Okay, hi Thuân, hi Tu.
Hello, teacher.
Okay, here we go.
Hi, teacher.
Okay, my love. We're going to do test 1 speaking. I just want to say here I can see 2 and Thuân. Okay, she's not coming. Okay, so we're going to do the speaking today, okay? Now, Thuân, where are they? Where are they? They are at school. Thuân? Thuân, you need to unmute. I can't hear you. Tu, you have to unmute. At school.
Yeah. At school.
Yes.
At school.
Tu, what can you see?
I can see a ball.
Okay, and who's playing with the ball? Who's playing with the ball? Tu, who's playing with the ball? 3 girls are playing basketball. Thuân, can you say that? 3 girls.
3 girls.
Are playing.
3 girls on the playing basketball.
They're playing basketball. Thuân, what color is the ball?
Is orange.
It's yellow. It's a yellow ball.
Yellow ball.
Yellow basketball. Okay. Thuân, there is 1 tree. Thuân? Tree, good. The white cat is sitting on a wall. Okay, Tu, you can read that. The white
cat sitting on the wall.
Yes. Thuân, what is a black dog doing?
Is
The man
is black.
walking.
Is like dog.
Yes. The woman is running. To the woman is running.
The woman is running.
Good. Okay. Thuân, what can you tell me about the boys? What are the boys playing with?
The boy is playing robot.
The boys are. 2 boys are.
2 boys are playing ball.
With
Robot.
the robot, yes. And they are lying on their tummy. They are lying. Can you see it? They are not sitting, they are lying down. The 2 boys are playing with the robot. They are lying on their stomachs. That's 2 starters. Yeah, maybe it's too difficult. Okay, they're playing with a robot. So there's 2 boys are playing with a robot. The white chair is under the window. 2, the white chair is under the window.
The chair, no one chair
Is under the window.
one chair window. Window.
Okay. There are 2 birds near the tree. Thuân, there are 2 birds.
There are 2 birds. There are 2 birds
Near the tree.
Near a tree.
Blue gate.
Blue gate. Blue gate.
White wall.
White wall.
Pink clothes. She's wearing pink clothes.
Oh,
They are lying on their stomachs.
lie on the stomach.
Stomach, or you can say tummy. Okay. Thuân, tell me about the girls. Thuân, tell me about the girls. No, you have to tell me about the girls, Thuân. 3 girls.
3 girls playing basketball.
Yes. What color is the basketball?
It's yellow. Basketball.
Okay. 2, tell me about the girls.
There are 2 birds. Like the tree.
They are flying near the tree. Good. Okay. Thuân, tell me about the tree.
The tree is there is 1 tree.
Good. 2, tell me about the cat.
The cat, the white cat sitting on the wall.
Good. 2, tell me about the man.
The man
No, Thuân, it's 2's turn. 2. 2 must tell me, yes? Okay, 2, you tell me. The man
is working with his black dog.
Okay, 2, you tell me. The man. 2. 2. 2, I can't hear you. The man.
The man in winking white black dog.
Yes. And 2, the woman.
The woman in green.
Is running. Good. Thuân, what color clothes does she have? What color clothes are she wearing? She's wearing pink clothes. Pink clothes. Pink clothes. Thuân, you have. Okay. Thuân, tell me about the chair.
The chair. There is 1 chair. 1 chair.
Chair is under the window. Tell me about the boys. What are the boys?
There are 2 boys playing robot.
With a robot. Okay, good. Tell me about the blue gate. There is 1 blue gate. Okay, what's this?
There is 1 tree.
Good. Thuân, what's this? Thuân?
Yes, is the bird.
2 black.
Black bird.
Flying
on the tree.
No, not on the tree. No, not on the tree. Near the tree. Not on the tree. Near the tree. Tell me about the girls. What are the girls doing?
The girl is playing basketball.
The girls are. The girls.
Robot.
Tell me about the boys.
Two boys.
Are
Yeah, two are robot.
are playing with the robot. Tuan, tell me. Tuan, tell me about the dog.
The
Tuan,
dog is one dog.
Tuan, tell me about the dog. Tuan, 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 I can't hear you. Tell me about the dog. I can't hear you, Tuan. Big voice. Tuan, I can't hear you.
One dog.
No, not one dog. You can tell me more than that. Tuan, I can't hear you. You need to come closer. I can't see your face. Tuan, if you can't hear me, then you must go out and come back. Okay, go out and come back. Okay, tell me about the dog too. The big black dog.
Big black dog.
The black dog is barking at the cat or looking at the cat. He's walking with the man. Tell me about the girl running too. The girl running.
Big girl. Big girl.
Girl is running.
Girl is running.
Tell me about the chair. There is a white chair.
White chair.
And what is that? Window.
Window.
What is that?
Robot.
Yes, Thuan, can you hear me now? I can't hear you, Thuan. Tell me about the boys, Thuan.
Yes.
I didn't ask a yes or no question. I don't know why you're saying yes. Tell me about the boys. What are they doing?
They are
Playing.
playing the robot.
And what's this, Thuan?
Is
2, what is this?
blue.
A blue gate. Thuan, what is that?
Blue gate.
Thuan, what is that?
Thing is blue guy.
Blue gate. Woman,
Blue guy.
woman running.
Running.
Black dog.
Black dog. Black dog.
White cat.
White cat.
1 tree.
One tree.
2 black birds.
Two black birds.
3 girls. Yellow basketball.
Yellow basketball.
Robot.
Robot.
2 boys.
2 boys.
1 chair.
1 chair.
Window.
Window.
Wall.
Wall.
Grass.
Wall.
Okay, let's move along. I'm going to do listening. What's number 1?
Is helicopter.
Helicopter. What's number 1 to 1?
Is helicopter.
And this one?
Helicopter. Bed.
It's a bed. And this one?
TV.
Or television.
Television.
Hat.
Hat.
And this one?
Is short.
Yellow sock.
Yellow sock.
And this one?
Is radio.
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 And this one?
Is guitar. Is guitar.
And this one?
Ball.
It's a sailboat. Boat. Listening. We're going to go to listening and we'll come back to speaking again. Okay, listening. We're going to do listening now, so you have to listen very carefully. Let's go to listening. Starters 3.
Hello, this is the Cambridge Starters Practice Listening Test. Test 1. Part 1. Look at part 1. Now look at the picture. Listen and look. There is one example. Put the doll in front of the sofa. Pardon? Put the doll in front of the sofa. Right. Can you see the line? This is an example. Now you listen and draw lines.
Yeah, listen now to one.
1. Now put the clock on the bookcase. Sorry, what? Put the clock on the bookcase. Oh, yes. Okay. 2. Okay. Now picture on the wall. Sorry, what? The picture. Put it on the wall between the TV and the armchair. Between the TV and the armchair. Okay. 3. Now put the phone under the table. Pardon? Put the phone under the table. Right. 4. Can you see the book? Yes. Put the book on the floor next to the flowers. Okay. It's on the floor next to the flowers. 5. Now the guitar. Put it under the window. Sorry, where? Put the guitar under the window. Okay. Now listen to part 1 again.
Okay, now we're going to do it. Listen.
1. Now put the clock on the bookcase. Sorry, what? Put the clock on the bookcase.
Okay, where must the clock go, Thuân? Thuân, where must the clock go?
The clock on the bookcase.
Not a
Clock
book.
is a bookcase.
It's not a bouquet. It's not a bouquet. It's a bookcase.
Bookcase.
A bouquet is a bunch of flowers. That's a bouquet. So if you're going to tell me a bouquet, I'm going to think of flowers. A bouquet is a bunch of flowers. This is a bookcase.
Oh, yes. Okay. 2. Okay. Now put the picture on the wall. Sorry, what? The picture. Put it on the wall
Okay.
between the TV and the armchair.
Okay. 2, where must the picture go? Listen again.
Yes. 1. Now put the clock 2. Okay. Now put the picture on the wall. Sorry, what? The picture. Put it on the wall between the TV and the armchair. Between the TV and the armchair. Okay.
Okay. 2, where must the picture go?
So,
Thuân, can you help him?
the picture is on the bed.
Bed. There's no bed there in the picture. I can't see any bed. Listen again.
2. Okay. Now put the picture on the wall. Sorry, what? The picture. Put it on the wall between the TV and the armchair.
Okay, try again. Where must we put the picture?
The picture is on the wall.
On the wall. Between the TV and the armchair. Where's the picture 2? Where must we put the picture on the?
The picture on the wall.
On the wall.
On the wall. Picture on the
3.
wall.
Now put the phone under the table. Pardon? Put the phone under the table. Right.
Okay, where must the phone go? To the phone.
The phone.
Listen again.
3. Now put the phone under the table. Pardon? Put the phone under the table. Right.
Where must it go? The phone.
The phone is on the table.
Uh-uh.
On the table.
No. It's under the table, not on the table. Under the table.
4. Can you see the book? Yes. Put the book on the floor next to the flowers. Okay. It's on the floor next to the flowers.
Okay, where must the book go? You need to listen to
4. Can you see the book?
Listen.
Yes. Put the book on the floor next to the flowers. Okay. It's on the floor next to the flowers.
Okay, where must we put the book to? Where must we put it? Okay, Tuan, can you help?
The book is
Okay, let's try again.
4. Can you see the book? Yes. Put the book on the floor next to the flowers. Okay. It's on the floor next to the flowers.
Okay, Tuan, where must we put the book?
the book on the
Floor next to the flowers. Okay, let's try number 5.
5. Now the guitar. Put it under the window. Sorry, where? Put the guitar under the window. Okay.
Where must we put the guitar? 2. Where must we put the guitar?
5. Now the guitar. Put it under the window. Sorry, where? Put the guitar under the window. Okay.
Okay, put the guitar where?
window.
Under the window. I'm going to play it one more time. I'm going to play it one more time. Now you need to look and listen and hear the words, okay? Listen.
Now listen to part 1 again. 1. Clock on the bookcase. Sorry, what? Put the clock on the bookcase. Oh, yes. Okay. 2. Okay. Now put the picture on the wall. Sorry, what? The picture. Put it on the wall